Hey, Posture Nation Elites, Dr. Mark here. I want to go over with you really quick how you can create a blog. We talk a lot about how important it is to have quality, value-added, implementable content for your target niche. Without that, it's very difficult to leverage yourself as the expert. So one of the best ways to create quality content is through a blog. And I know a lot of us as health professionals, we don't really see it's a little scary to think about creating a blog, but it's essentially what you have to do nowadays. If you want to be an expert, you have to have information that's important for your target niche, and it needs to be readily available, and it needs to be consistent and constant. So one of the best and easiest ways to do this is to create a blog. Now, before you get too worried about this, I'm going to show you how you can quickly and easily create a blog, whether you currently have a website or even if you don't have a website. I'm going to show you how you can quickly do this. And don't get too caught up about the time. You can do this very simply. If you spend 1 hour or 2 hours a week maximum writing some content, you're going to come up with 2 or 3 different articles, 2 or 3 different blogs that you're going to be able to publish. Okay, that's going to be very, very important. Just take 1 to 2 hours a week, sit down, write out those blogs, write out that quality content, and get it available for your target niche. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how you can do this. If you go to wordpress.com, okay, whether you have a current website or not, this is going to allow you to create a blog for free. Okay, there's going to be some upgrade options you can choose if you want, and if you currently have a website, you can just attach this to your website. But you're just going to click create website, and then it's going to pop up with this information. So easily right here, I'm going to add in, I've just put in some generic information, but you're going to put email address, username, password, and then here's you're going to create your blog address. Now, you could put whatever you wanted in there. I could make it Dr. Mark, .wordpress.com, okay? But we're going to just go with Posture Nation Elite, okay? So this is the free version. It's going to have whatever your blog address is, .wordpress.com, okay? Now, if you want it to look a little more professional, you can pay just a little bit of money and get it at just .com. So it would be, with this 15 euros a year, which is nothing, practically nothing, I'm going to have posturenationelite.com, okay? So that's what we want to go with. But there is the free version for those of you who are a little anxious to put anything down on it. Now, this right here is also the free version. It's the beginner version. It's essentially all you need. It gives you the ability to create your blog. There's a space of 3 gigabytes on it, which is all you need because you're not going to be able to upload massive amounts of pictures or files or data, any kind of videos like that. You're going to link it through YouTube, so you're not really going to have to worry about that. However, after you do a few of these, or you get it you start to feel more comfortable, you start to really learn how to do this, and you want to add more things to it, there are premium and other options available. You shouldn't need anything more than a premium at this time, and it's really not that expensive for a year purchase. So this is how you can create a WordPress, even if you don't have one. If you have a website, you're just going to attach this to your website. Okay, if you don't, you've got a standalone website. They'll host this for free, essentially. So once you have your blog site, this is ours right here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start creating posts like this, okay? These are some of the different blogs that we've recently released. Now what you're going to do to create your first blog is you're going to go to your posts and you're going to hit add new. To add a new post, it's going to look something like this. You're going to have right here the option to put in the title. This is essentially going to end up being the IP address or the link that you'll use to get to this specific blog. This is how, if you have hundreds of different blogs, it's going to link to the specific blog. When you go to share this on your social media or email it out, it's all right here. Now to create your blog, it's super simple, okay? You can just copy and paste it, or if you want to, you can actually come in here and just type. I recommend actually writing your blogs out on a Word document first and saving it. That way you always have access to the Word document in case you need it, especially if, as we talk about in more advanced parts of this, to create ebooks and things like that, you're going to want to have the Word document to be able to change into PDF files. If everything is on your blog, you're going to have to individually go through each blog and copy it off of that and then reformat it back onto a Microsoft Word. So I highly recommend writing the information out on a Microsoft Word or a Word document and then just copy and pasting it in here. Also, because there are some tools on Microsoft Word like spell check that are going to be beneficial, grammar, things like that. You always want to make sure your information is spell checked and it's grammatically correct. You want to look like the expert, okay? You need to look and sound like the expert with your content. All this shows that something's not spelled correctly. Microsoft Word has a little bit better options for that. So you create it on a Word document, you just copy it and then you paste it in here. It'll also copy and paste the pictures, or you can select your media, you can upload the files, or if you've been doing this for a while, you'll probably already have a bunch of pictures or files already here that you can select or choose from. So you would just insert those in here, and then once you have all the information on there, you're good to go. Obviously, we'll get into this more in future videos, but if you have resources like CoSchedule that help you leverage your ability to be on different social media platforms all at once. It also gives you analytics so you can see which sites, which articles blogs are being shared more, how many likes and comments you have, as well as being able to get that in front of your target niche more effectively. Once you put it all on here, you can select the tags. Okay, this helps you be found a little bit better by Google and things like that for search engine optimization. Also your categories if you want to select those, and then you can preview it. So you hit preview, and then you're going to see your blog here. You're going to read over it, make sure everything looks correct, everything's visually appealing, grammatically correct. You just want to make sure it's all laid out well. Once you do that, you go back to your blog where you're writing it, and then you would it would say publish here for the first time. You hit publish, and now your blog's live. You can share it. It's available for your target niche to follow. If you're creating several of these at one time, like I said, if you take 1 to 2 hours a week, write out several articles, you can pre-schedule these. So you would hit right here, and you would select the date and even the time that you want this to be available. So what will happen is you've written it, it's there, it's ready to go. And depending on the date and time that you put, it will not be available to anybody in the public until that date and time arrives. Once that date is here, then that will become public, it'll be on the web, and then your target niche will have availability to that. So if you're doing let's say you're doing 3 blogs a week, you write them all on Monday, you schedule it, you put the one out on Monday, one on Wednesday, one on Friday. You pre-schedule those on when you want them. You hit OK, and then it would say schedule here. But we've already published it, so it says update. After that, now you've got your blog available. It's out. You can copy the link however you want and put it out into your social media. You can do that. You can do that directly by going to each individual social media account: Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, whatever social media account you're using, LinkedIn, etc. Put that available to them. You put it in your email. Email it to your list or your subscribers, your newsletter, whatnot. Now you have quality, value-added, implementable content available for all of your followers, your target niche to have readily available access to, and it's going to leverage yourself as the expert. So that's how you can quickly and easily create a blog, whether you currently have a website or not. Use this right now. Get started. Start creating your content. Of course, if you haven't been doing this yet, it's going to seem a little daunting, a little intimidating, but you have to just get started. I promise you, once you get started, it's going to get easier and easier. And yes, the first 1 or 2 or 3 of your blogs are not going to be your masterpiece. They're not going to be a very well-written, perfect blog. You'll probably look back at it and laugh, but you got to start somewhere. And by starting with your blog, you're going to start creating that content. You're going to leverage yourself as the go-to expert in your target niche, and you're going to be able to use that to also create the other quality content to leverage on your social media platforms. So Posture Nation Elite, give this a try. See how it works. Let me know what kind of problems or complications or challenges you're facing, and let me know what kind of successes you have, okay? So this is how you can leverage yourself as an expert by creating a blog really quick and simple. Thanks, Posture Nation Elite, and we'll catch you on the